guilty of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? We're back. I'm Jay. This is Guilty of Crime, and today is Thursday, almost Friday. Love me some Fridays, Thursdays. Hey, can't complain. How you guys doing today? Do me a favor on your way in, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. You guys are fantastic. Love all of you. Welcome, Kat H. How you doing, my friend? Michelle Allender, Janet Medina, Naomi, Brenda, Mara, how you doing? Samantha, Rosie, my friend, Rebecca, like. We got a lot of those yesterday. Lots and lots of likes, lots and lots of views. I think we're doing the trick. I think it's working. So that is to get justice for Madeline Soto. And the only way we can do that is if we hashtag arrest Jen Soto and follow the case all the way through so Stephen Stearns can get the death penalty, if that's what he deserves, right? I believe he does. Some people don't believe in the death penalty. Today, we're talking about Jennifer Soto. Body cam reveals shocking text messages to the police. Did those texts make them suspects? What happened to those text messages? We've never seen them. We only saw them because our boy Grish pulled it up. And there's a part 2 of a video I did not cover from Grish. We're going to play that since it is Grish Day. And he was covering the Chris and Debbie thing, which we've been covering. So it's going to be a good day today. Nat, thank you so much, Nats, for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. We're on it. It's a good day. It's a good day, guys. And I want to thank all the mods for being here. Thanks, Foxy. I know you're driving. Thank you to Synth that just sent some really dope. Not only do they taste good, but they're cookies. She baked cookies. She makes cookies, sugar cookies, and they have things on them like drawings and the real deal sugar cookies with prints. Those are for my daughter. And then Synth knows how much I love sugar and avocado. So this is the avocado cookie. My green screen is picking it up so you can see right through it, but it is a sugar avocado cookie. And then all of these. So they're not only are they good, but they look so freaking cool. Again, it's the green screen on, so you can't tell the colors as much, but thanks a lot, Synth. Really appreciate that. I don't know how you're selling your stuff, my friend, but feel free to drop a link for your website if anyone wants to take a look. A squared. Yep. Thank you. You're very welcome. Profe Frere. Good to see you. Vicky Prieto. Thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Appreciate you. And yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Sadie's mama. Good to see you. Carly's in the house, right? Those cookies they taste good too, man. I was like, all right, they look really cool, but I got to taste these cookies and they taste good. My favorite are sugar cookies. So that's why your girl Jay from Guilty of Crime is not going to the gym. Instead, I'm here with you. Can I go to the gym and work out, or can I be here with you guys? Let's be here with you. We can be extra padded with the sugar and the sweets. All right, guys. Good to see you guys. Welcome everybody. Some of you guys, when chat gets busy, I am not ignoring you. I know there's a lot of people that are here from day one, and you guys, I'm not meaning to ignore you if I don't see you. I know Michelle Horak came in yesterday. I wasn't able to talk to her, and I think she thought she was banned or something. You guys, I promise you, if I'm going to block you from my channel, I will let you know. But I'm not trying to. I know you guys have been here since day one. Chat goes really fast, and there's lots of new people. So I'm doing my best, but just know I love each and every one of you, and I'm here for you. So if you do send me an email or something, I will do my best to get back to you. All right. So thank you. Sub 2 waffles are really good. That's funny. Avocado equals butter without the dairy. There you go. What's up, Diana? How you doing? Samantha, good to see you from the UK. 12:07 a.m. Yeah, cookies and milkshakes. That's the good life. That is the good life. 2 kids, been married for 20 years, and lots of cookies and milkshakes. You can't get much better than that. What's up, Denise? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, great cause for synth. All I want to ever do is see synth be successful. Synth deserves success. So do her children, so do her husband. She's just a great person. All of my mods really are. Melissa, good to see you, my friend. Tiff says she blocked me, guys. Don't let her fool you. I'm about to block you, Tiff, if you say that again. All right, guys. Good to see you on Love. Revolutionary Tiff is joking. I wouldn't block her. She's got the best merch in town, and it's right on tap. All right. What's up? Live in Scotland, best channel on YouTube. Len Riches, I'll take that. Let's get going, you guys. If you don't know who Grish is by now today you're gonna know who Grish is. Grish is in my. I tagged him in this video. I put him in the description. I'm always hyping ya boy Grish up. All right, so let's get into the first one. Interview Deb and Chris, their silence, his take on this. This fits so well with what we've been covering, guys. I love it. Love, love, love it. What's up, Edith? Good to see you. Crystal Burns in the house. All right, let's get into it. My boy Grish.
To sharing your side of the story and what is going on in your hearts and in your minds. And so with that, why don't we start honestly with sharing what I think many people might be wondering, why are you choosing to do an interview today?
I'll play the whole thing for Grish, my guy.
Well,
Thank
we've
you. Appreciate you.
had, first of all, you're thrusted into a limelight that you would never expected to experience in your entire life. It's a lot of mischaracterizing us and just a lot of speculation and conjecture. So anyway,
the reason we're doing this today, Lauren and John, is because with the docket dump that went out there, we no longer feel constrained to keep silent and let people keep castigating us and dragging us through the muck for no reason, using lies, conjectures, embroidering facts that they do have, making up facts that they don't. It's become a very incestuous snake pit of lies, innuendo, and just
Stephen's parents appearing on Hidden True Crime is a direct result of their KPD interview. Shout out to Grizzly for the footage. So,
And shout out to Grizzly for the footage. It's all love here, guys. We don't do that like the hate thing, the hashtag jealousy. We're really we don't do that. We love our friends, and then we grow with our friends, right? We surround ourselves with those that we want to see successful and that are right. So there we go. Grish made it to 5,000. Congratulations, my guy. Melanie, good to see you. I'm so glad to see you back. Hopefully you stick around for a while. See ya in the house. Moongazer, we love it here. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button on your way in.
We can do it one of two ways. I can just give you guys the floor and you can let us know how what their dynamic was, or I could do it question and answer wise, whatever's more comfortable for you.
Well, if you do it question and answer wise, you'll get the answers that you wanted. If you let us sit here and ramble on for half an hour, you may not get what you want. You still have to ask the question.
Fair enough. Fair enough for me.
We can fill in the gaps.
Yes.
All right. So, any idea how long Stefan and Jen have been in a relationship?
7 years.
7 years.
7 years, guys.
somewhere there.
Okay. And was it constant throughout those 7 and 8 years, or on and off, or?
They were friends first, close friends first, and then it evolved into a romantic relationship.
And now you guys got to remember, I don't know that they even said that in this interview, but Jen Soto was brought into their life by them. They hired her at one of their companies, their real estate companies. So many people forget that Jen Soto got brought in because of them. And that's how Stefan met her. All right. So that, 7 years of CSAM and grooming, Brenda. He started the grooming process. He had a target. Jen had a target on her shirt when she had a little girl. Now, we all have targets when we have little girls. I have a little girl, which means I have a target from that way, that way, that way, that way, and that way. But you don't let monsters come into your child and then hand them over. All right. So that's what 7 years of grooming and CSAM and then her life. Yeah, Barb, I love that you remember that. Want to hook up? Sure. Like, I've never had to tell anyone. Been sitting there for a year and a half and, hey, do you want to hook up? Like, no, if you don't want to hook up by then and you didn't make it clear, then you don't want to hook up. That's just not how I roll here. Guys make it very clear what they want when they want it. And kudos to them for that. Rosie, thank you so much. Hashtag arrest Jennifer Soto now for the $1.99 super chat.
I think probably the first 18 months was his friendship, and then it changed from there. And no, we did not like the relationship.
Why not?
Didn't prove it.
No.
Why?
She was bad influence on it because of her
Drugs.
well, drugs plus I
Drugs.
think she was taking medications for depression, anxiety, what have you, and
Really?
I just didn't feel that she was going to be a good influence for her.
She's bipolar. She's
Bisexual.
She's a drug addict. She had a young child. The family was disapproving. And
Quick note, Jen and Stefan didn't start as close friends. They met as co-workers.
Yep. Which is what I just got into. And the whole bisexual thing is interesting that I didn't realize Jen Soto was openly like, hey, I'm Jen Soto and I'm bisexual. We didn't hear about that until way later on from the roommate, but now we're hearing about that from the parents. In this timeline, that would be the second time we've heard of it. And then from there, it just kind of becomes part of the narrative. Thank you so much, Graham67, for the $10 super sticker. And by the way, Turtle Island is on tonight. Dolly Uncensored. Go vote for Guilty of Crime, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. All right.
For Eco Homes, a company that Stefan's dad owned. The reason why they know the timeline so well is because they hired Jen Soto. They don't want to talk about that because all that disapproval talk goes right out the window because you're really the matchmaker. The hubris is next level. Could you imagine how they were speaking to people prior to their son getting arrested? With these two interviews being very different, it's easier to tell how the Sterns fuck with the language. Stefan's parents appearing on Hidden True Crime is a direct result of their interview that they had with the Kissimmee Police Department. The KPD's intended role for Stefan's parents was only to provide them useful information for their investigation. The intent of Stefan's parents was quite different. They're trying to steer the investigation toward Jen Soto by trying to make their son seem less culpable. They were hoping that just the public's awareness of their cooperation would lessen the chances of their reputation being destroyed. This is how Stefan's parents fuck with the language in order to do that. First, they get a baseline of their immediate audience, which in this case would be the KPD detectives. Next, they find true attributes of their target person, which would be Jen Soto, that they believe that their immediate audience would accept.
I love that he's breaking it down like this. I don't remember watching this one ever, so I'm glad that I found it. Again, Grish. Jen was 38 years old when all this happened, so that was like a year ago, right? So she's 39. Stefan as well, 39, 40. Oh my God, yeah. How are you a bad influence? And why did they hire her anyway? All right, let's keep going. Yeah, this has nothing to do with that at all. Nothing to do with that, but they brought that up. It came out later on. Maybe it does have something to do with it. Maybe Jen was also part of the abuse with her daughter. Maybe. I mean, it could. That could be a big sign when you keep hearing something and you keep seeing something, people keep putting it in your face over and over, like that bisexual card. Maybe it does have something to do with it. All right. Maybe it does.
As negative on their own. That's mainly to avoid having to explain or give specific examples of why that trait is negative. Then they go on to say things like drugs, she's bisexual, she's bipolar. For their immediate audience, that tactic worked, but you can't say those things to everybody. And they found out when their interview ended up on YouTube. They were fully aware that they were being recorded by a public official, but they're mad at the public for their reaction when their interview becomes public record. Like, who do these people think they are? Then they go on Hidden True Crime to direct their anger toward the public and basically do the exact same thing. Then they talk about being constrained and castigated and conjecture. And I'm losing my voice right now, and I really don't want to spend my voice on quoting her.
Thank you more. I appreciate that. I love his point of view, Grish. Thank you, Barbara, for the $10.
Never mentioned anything. I've never seen any signs. I tried watching her like a hawk. I thought I was doing a good job, but I wasn't. I was oblivious to everything. 4 years.
Minimum. You actually found out that far back the cloud goes. And I find it hard to believe for me that you were so worried about how many pills she took at night, but not where she slept or what relationship she was.
Thank you, my friend.
His interest in her.
I thought we were all safe. I thought because in that he hadn't shown me anything so far. Like everything seems fine. Like he seemed like he treated her like
he treats you.
Oh, bam. Bam. He treated her like he treats you. Why is she still free? Why is she? We ask that question ourselves over and over. Thank you again, Indie Isham, for the $1.99 super chat. Yeah, boom, mic drop, Jen. And were you not feeling jealousy? Was your biggest fear not? Was it not the Woody Allen situation? Where'd that come from?
Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Whether or not that's what you felt, does that make sense? People having lawyers is their constitutional right. That is a thing that everybody is afforded. But for somebody who's going through what you are going through, to offer him a lawyer leads me to believe that there may have been a conversation, there may have been knowledge, or there may have been some inclination that you had, whether it be his involvement, her location, or something to where in your mind there's guilt.
She's like this, huh? What?
Because you offering him a lawyer is very weird.
I know. That was still me under the assumption that I think at one point you guys interviewed me, and when you guys showed me the picture of her, I believed the sexual stuff, but I didn't want to believe that he had done anything evil to her. I'm like,
yeah, so she already knew, guys. There's no way she didn't already know. The police have to be making some kind of, they have to be planning something for her or an arrest. She's telling us, and yeah, she's always high AF. I'm sure Detective Kevin will be a witness at the trial. I don't see how not. Many times when you're doing these interviews or you're going through everything, you are going to be on the stand. But yeah, she's playing the naive mom role, but she's not playing that naive, Brenda. She's not being that naive when she says, well, I thought that I didn't think it went that far, but then I believed you when you said that, but not the evil stuff. That shows you right there that she knew. Yeah, her posture says a lot. Definitely.
no, what if he did this stuff fine, but what if she's still missing
Somebody took her. Grish.
Remember, Jen and Stefan started off as co-workers. Then they became friends, and they worked for the company that Stefan's dad owned. In part one, I told you that these two Stains were never in a real relationship. I don't care what Stefan's parents said. Jen tells you the reality of the situation if you listen closely.
Perception versus reality, my friends.
So what did you meet Steve for Stefan?
I met Stefan.
She's so stupid.
In
There-
2017.
There's orbits
We
flying
both
around.
worked for Eco Homes, a real estate company. I did appointments, and he worked in the office doing like warranty work. We met as coworkers. We became really good friends.
Again, Chris Stearns. That is his parents. So they came together that way. And I think in this one she's going to say about the whole acting stupid, yes, and then and then yeah, we just hooked up one day. I said, hey, let's hook up, and he's like, oh, okay.
We were best friends for like a year.
So fake.
And then eventually I asked him if he wanted to hook up, and he said sure.
Another mic drop. Want to hook up? Sure.
And yeah.
He knew what he wanted.
17, 18, did you live in Orlando, Kissimmee? Where were you guys staying then?
Kissimmee.
And did you guys live together in 17?
And I'm going to pause this for quick because, like I said, the parents they don't know everything. I'm telling you right freaking now, that roommate opened the doors for so many of the things that we knew before we heard all of this. And they bonded over their freaking gastric sleeve, Michelle. That's what they bonded over. And they were like, oh, they were doing the whole support thing with the eating and she brought Stefan into her bed, you guys, before they were even together. I want you guys to know that. Before they officially started dating, she would bring Stefan in the room with her and put Maddie in the middle, and they'd all be watching TV. Now, I don't know if he was spending the night at that point, but she was doing that before they ever hooked up. That should have been a big sign for her. Thank you so much, Gray Moon. Good to see you, my friend, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. The paper towels is just it's Grish making fun of her that she really needs all that because she's crying, right? Not really. Not really. Yeah. I'll leave that up for a minute.
He technically lived at his parents' house, but he was staying at my house all the time.
Okay.
See, they weren't even
Same
together.
house you're in now or a different house?
Wait, I take it back. In 2017, he wasn't staying over my house. It started in 2018 when we started hooking up, and he started sleeping over my house.
Okay.
And what were your next question?
Was that in the current
Yes.
house you live in now?
Yes.
Okay. How long you lived in the house?
I can't even.
On and off. Because at one point we moved close to where his parents live right now in
My God. And look at, she did that in the interview yesterday. We're going to watch that one again because I didn't talk or do anything, but her fingers are like tweaking out. She keeps I can't even do it like that. Her pinky's like jumping around and then the paper towels are piling up. My God. Yeah, they gave her paper towels instead of tissue. They knew she didn't really need it. It was fake anyway.
They live in North Port Florida, Sarasota County. I lived in Port Charlotte, which is Charlotte County, the county right next door. We had an apartment there for like 6 to 8 months. We moved down there because, again, Stefan was promised a job and that fell through. So we supported ourselves in this tiny apartment for a little while until I ran out of funds.
Do you remember what year that was?
2020.
So when did you live in Port Charlotte? 2020?
Thank you, Foxy Amazon, for the Guilty of Crime membership.
I don't remember what month I moved in, but I remember moving out in November.
Of 2020?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was
Remember, right now, while she's talking all calm and with those paper towels all over her, they have not found Maddie. They're going to find Maddie, I think, about an hour and a half later, or 45 minutes to an hour and a half later after this interview. If my daughter were missing, and you guys know I have to say it over and over and over again, I would not be sitting there like that, poking at the guy and talking about, yeah, we hooked up, and and then she saw the pictures of Maddie giving Stefan a blowjob already, guys, knowing her daughter's missing. She's literally sitting there like, there's not a care in the world, nothing else to do. Just talk, let's talk it out. Thank you, Foxy. And when you hit this, there were 420 people in chat. So prayers for Foxy in memory of her brother for the 420 guilty of crime membership. Yeah, no, zero, none, no urgency. Teresa, good to see you. Yeah, freckle cactus peen. Hello, undead ramen, good to see you. Yeah, if my daughter went missing for 15 minutes or 3 minutes, I've had a heart attack before, not a real one, but I've had a massive anxiety when Reese hid from me in the house one day. I was looking for Reese when she was younger, and she decided to play hide and seek without letting me know. And I found her under a bed. I was so upset. I told her, don't you ever hide from me again. She was little. She was probably 3 or 4. And I was just upset. I was looking in the backyard, running up front, going everywhere. Like, where is this girl? I was not happy. I was not happy. She'll tell you that's the only time I ever ripped her a new one and said, Reese Gail Scott. I shouldn't even tell her whole name, but I say her whole name when I get mad. She remembers. She's 10 now, and she was 3 or 4 when that happened. She won't hide from me again. Ashley, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. All right, let's keep going. She was hospitalized for a minute.
That's why we were fine. We go out we need to wear.
Thank you so much.
2017, 2018. Six. For my
Your dad.
At the same time, no. But
Okay.
I've had ex-husbands and ex-boyfriends live in that same house before.
Got it.
Oh yeah, but they
You
didn't
were
go to
Port
bed.
Charlotte sometime in 2020 for a few months.
Yeah.
And then you came back to the same house.
After Port Charlotte, I went back to my mom's house for a little while
Where's that?
in Hunters Creek, Florida.
Got it.
Even before Port Charlotte, actually,
Thank
the
you,
few
my
months
friend.
before I was in Port Charlotte, I was living at my mom's house.
With Stephanie.
Okay, what about your daughter? She's still
On
missing.
March 20th, decided he wanted to renovate the house and possibly sell it. So he told us to get out. So March 2020, so around COVID time, 2 weeks after COVID was announced, I moved in with my mom.
Okay.
And I lived with her for a little bit. And then the Port Charlotte apartment happened. Moved to Port Charlotte, were there for a few months, came back to live with my mom, was there for a few months, and then I decided to move back.
Again, Maddie's still missing. TikTok, dear potato, TikTok, evil potato. The clock's ticking. Your daughter's still missing. Vicky, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. As a mother, how can you say the sexual stuff and see a picture of your daughter giving your boyfriend a blowjob? Side note, that means she's a good hider. Your daughter, yeah, no, she wasn't hiding anything from Jen. I believe in my heart that she told Jen, and Jen dismissed it. And instead of being upset with Stefan, was upset with Maddie and jealous. That's what I think happened. All right. So yeah, she's gonna know that these questions are getting at, right? She's just, I don't even know what to say about this lady. You know everything I think about her, and I don't even know. TikTok.
That he was moving out and getting an RV and living the RV life.
Yeah.
Her dad.
So he needed somebody to take care of the house for him. So I said, yeah, I would do it, of course. So I moved in. I moved into his bedroom, downstairs, the master bedroom.
I was so mad.
Eventually, Stefan did come.
Stefan did what? Cop? What'd you say? Look at the paper
a few
towels.
years.
Oh, he called.
It wasn't until like June of last year that we'll go upstairs to the guest bedroom upstairs because he's not a very clean guy. He's kind of a little hoarder and a collector. So just my house was always a mess and never the way that I wanted it to look.
Thank you,
Or
Kimber.
the clutter just gave me anxiety. So
Again, the clutter gives her anxiety, and I think Grish is just symbolizing that she's all spacey. I don't know. I'm getting out of this TikTok. Maddie's missing right now, and she's sitting there talking about Stefan being a clutter bug, saying shit like that. Like, what is that? Number one, and number two, that's odd because that room that Stefan rented was oddly clean and oddly without any identifying anything, not identifying blankets, not identifying pictures, not identifying things on the counter, guys. Something's up with that. Thank you, Kimber Smiles, for the $9.99 super sticker. I appreciate that. Yeah. I know. That house was a mess, but Stefan Stearns was a pig. From what I hear, not a pig, pig vomit. All right. From what I hear, and his parents, he didn't shower often. He smelled. He left things crusty. He spilled stuff and left it sticky. Absolutely disgusting.
I asked him to move upstairs, and he did. And he lived upstairs until December of last year. And then he moved to Northport, Florida with his parents. But they had promised him a job, but that fell through. So we were in the process of.
That's next, Ashley. Yeah, this is a great timeline. That's next. I wanted to do that next with the text messages, and I didn't want to jump right in. Then people come in and say that. And thank you, PJ Vision. Don't forget Turtle Island tonight, and I've let them know. If you can, PJ, drop a link for Dolly Uncensored. We will be there tonight, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Snee, and everybody else. Go hit that like button. It's 526 people here in chat. Hit the like button. All right. If you want me to do more giveaways for merch and have a bigger, better community, you got to hit the like button. It's free. All right. Poor
I'll
Maddie.
get into the timeline in the next part, but for now, I just want to show you guys something.
Show us, Grace. Show us.
All right. And did you get off at 10 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. Did you go directly home?
Yes.
About how long does it take you to get home?
About 25 to 30 minutes.
And when you get home, who is downstairs, if anybody? You have a two-story, is it a townhome? Is that the best word for it?
Yes.
If anybody is downstairs, who is downstairs?
I saw my daughter Madeline and Stefan.
Do you recall what Madeline was wearing?
Of course not. Because we don't even know when she last saw her.
And
No.
do you recall what Stefan was wearing?
She's in outer space.
Now, during this...
Now, I got to ask you guys a question in the middle of this. Do you think that she didn't tell the police what Stefan was wearing because she didn't tell the police what Maddie was wearing? I 100% don't believe her that she didn't know what Maddie was wearing. I do believe that she did know what Maddie was wearing because I believe that she saw her that morning leaving the house dressed when she was not alive any longer. But I do believe that she said no about Stefan. It took her way too long to think about it. And she didn't want to, I don't remember what Maddie was wearing, but I know what Stefan was wearing. The cop's going to gouge her again and say, why are you so worried about him? I wish she'd close her mouth, Indy says. Good to see you here, Kylie.
30 minutes that the three of you are in your bedroom, is Madeline engaging in any of her kind of nighttime routine or getting ready for bed? What else is going on, if anything?
Right? Let me think about it. What can I lie about?
We spent a long time talking about gifts and having her show me, and then we counted out her money.
Yeah, I bet you were counting out her money.
I can't remember if she had finished with all of her bedtime routine.
Okay. Does she brush her teeth at night?
In the shower.
In the shower? Okay.
Okay, what does that have to do? And there is a toothbrush in the shower. Truth Finder, what's up? No. Now, this is the couch interview, not the derivative immunity one. We should listen to that again sometime, but no, that's not it. That's the couch one, and he's just playing that over it. And yeah, I believe she's lying. It's taken her way too long. And welcome to the family, DT. Welcome to the family. You would like to be gifted. You're already a member. You would like to be gifted a membership? Well, gifted you are. All right. Let's keep going. Look at all those Zans, guys. She's sitting on bars of Zans. That's it. All right, so go check out Grish's channel. We're going to go back there and go to the 227 body cam analysis and that outrageous text that cops must have, law enforcement must have, and know what was going on and have other text message of back and forth. Stefan and Maddie, thank you, Kathy, for bringing us back to why we're here. Justice for Maddie. Yeah, that was funny. The couch turned into Zans and everything turned into Zans. All right, Kimber, you can gift memberships by the bottom right-hand corner of your chat bar. You hit the $ and you should be able to give memberships. I don't know if you're on an iPhone. I doubt Stearns ever took a shower. We see it took him like 21 days one time to even take a shower. So Maggie, good to see you. I'm trying to send you a movie trailer from Disney made in Ecuador Island for the kids. All right. 555 people in chat. So let's say a prayer that Maddie gets complete and utter justice, folks. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Number 2. Grish.
So between 7:30 and 8 o'clock on Monday, February 26th, Jim files a missing person report for her daughter Madeline.
That says
4
Jim.
hours later.
The police
4
are back
hours
and
later.
they're seemingly making an unannounced visit to Jen and Stefan's house. One of the first things I notice is that the body cam footage starts when the officer is already out of the car and walking up the sidewalk. In the footage from 4 hours prior to this, it starts well before the police officer parks and gets out the car. That can mean anything, but watch this. At this point, Stefan's car would be directly behind the police officer to the left. So being that the police officer is shining his flashlight through all the other cars in the lot, it makes me feel as though before the body cam started recording, they may have looked in Stefan's car a little bit more than they want the body cam to show in the future. Another thing that I noticed is that the audio doesn't start until 30 seconds into the video.
I remember that one. I kept trying to turn the sound up and I'm like, I can't hear anything. All right, let's keep going. Thank you, Lucky. Good. I'm glad you watched it. Good to see you. Good to see my friend, Big Girl for Life, and just Teresa came in late, but you're here. All right, Melanie. Mr. J is the prosecutor. I cannot wait until one of the trials starts. I don't think it's going to start this year, you guys. They're going to keep pushing it out as much as they can. Unlike Lori Vallow, that wants a speedy trial. She did not waive her right to a speedy trial. So she wants to go fast, fast, fast. They're gonna keep making excuses. What's up, Stitch? Good to see you. Has anyone come out at a timeline starting from the party and freak out when Maddie missing and being found? Yes, we do have lots of timelines, and I'm sure that one is included. All right, let's keep going. I have to dig back, but I also have some a Patreon timeline that has everything in the timeline. Here we go. She's clever, isn't she? No, she's not.
The white car there is Jen Soto's Nissan. And one other thing the police officer does is he blocks his body cam for a whole 10 seconds before knocking on the door. This is my opinion, but I think one of the reasons why the police just showed up like this is so that they can just check Jen and Stefan's temperature to see how they would react when they're not given any heads up notice and the police just show up. I also think that Jen's parents were suspicious of her and Stefan from the very beginning, and they made the police aware of that without Jen and Stefan noticing. Right?
I think everybody was, but nobody did anything, and that's not funny at all. Like, we can laugh about all the stuff going on, but we heard Deb and Chris say that they sat Maddie down with Stefan in front of Jen and said, "You guys are you're getting too old to be sleeping with them. You shouldn't be doing that. Here, Maddie, come sleep with me. You can come sleep with Grandma Deb," or whatever they called her. All right. And then Maddie's mom hated Stefan and the family, and there was a reason, but nobody looked into it. Nobody did anything. No one called CPS. I don't see any CPS reports out there. Nothing. Nobody did anything. Yeah, that family kept secrets for sure. And that happens with lots of families, as we see with many of these cases.
After the police were done interviewing Jen and Stefan here, they went over to Jen's sister's house and talked to Juan Soto. And Juan Soto was in the car that's in front of the cop right here. And I know that because if you look a little closer.
All right. And many people ask, who is Juan Soto? I'm not going to gloss over it this time. Juan Soto is Jen Soto's dad. He's the one that owns that condo that nobody lives in anymore. He's the one that brought the old roommate in that told us all the information. He brought her in. He gave her a place to stay for $350 a month back then. And then he moved out. Now, when he moved out, Stefan fully moved in with Jen and Maddie, and that's when the abuse started happening. And when I say happening, it's documented very well. Right after Juan moved out and the roommate, the abuse was just on and on and on, and lots of it. Okay, so where was Jen when this was happening, guys? There are only 3 people in that condo. Juan moved out. Roommate number 1 moved out. Nobody was there except Jen, Stefan, and Maddie. So where was the abuse happening? I want to know which room it was in, how often it was, and where was Jen? Where was Jen? There were only 3 people in that whole apartment or condo.
You would have seen Juan outside the office.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you Madeline's mom?
No.
No. Are you Madeline's mom?
Yes.
Did she come home?
Dude, that's brilliant. A Zan flying in her mouth. Oh my god. Now she definitely looks, not only is she high AF in this, guys, but she's like a deer in headlights when they first came up. Of course, they're going to come to your house to find out if Maddie turned up at home yet. The policeman looks agitated, Jen, like it was an inconvenient question. Right. Definitely. And then so Grish threw a Zan in her mouth. Here you go.
I know how people joke around calling Jen Soto a potato, but the potato thing is really what you get when you are part of the Zandemic. Your face will be bloated out, dry and crusty.
You don't know where she would have gone. No. Did she take anything? Any clothes?
Her birthday money is still here. Toothbrush and everything.
Okay. So nothing that she like took with her and went somewhere else. Is there any place that you guys think that she would have went? Any friends' houses?
The only friend I could have thought was Sage Ellis, but I think
Ooh, bad redaction.
Already went to her house and talked to them.
Okay. What's that address? Just so I can make sure they already checked it.
They are chilling, by the way, guys. They were ready to nest and start counting Maddie's money from her birthday, I'm sure. That was one of the first things Stefan brings up. She didn't even take her money with her, or a toothbrush or anything. Yeah, look at her potato face. And you guys, while we're doing this, watch her hands. Her finger keeps jumping like this. They're all stuck together and jumpy. And I'm sure that has to do with her over medication. First thing you would ask is, did you find her? They did. And she was like a deer in the headlights. And oh no, she didn't ask them anything. Yeah, you're right. Jen didn't say anything. She just looked like a deer in the headlights and was like, I'm in trouble now. All right, let's keep going. Watch her fingers and her movements.
There. So they're trying to look everywhere they can.
Of course.
Of course.
I
That's what
did.
he's supposed to say after you say thank you.
First name is Sage, last name Ellis.
Yeah, ELLIS. Okay. Let's see if I still have Google Maps.
She's all.
Did she go to school today?
No.
No. Okay.
She was supposed to.
She was
dropped off close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way because she was embarrassed by his car.
That sounds familiar.
Okay.
Which is normal for her to ask to be.
It's an image.
Now, is that past tense, guys? Because she literally is talking about her in past tense at this point. She was embarrassed of his car, not she is embarrassed of his car. Please note that many times. So pay attention to not only Jen's movements and her body language, but her wording. I mean, you don't talk about your daughter in the past tense unless you know something happened. That's a huge sign. Yeah, Stefan on no sleep and Jen coming out of a coma. Jen was about to nest, y'all. She's about to nest. She just took all of her pills and just was like, nobody's coming. Maddie's not even coming home.
So she's embarrassed by his car. So she didn't want to be dropped off at school. She wanted to be dropped off like half a block away so she can walk.
It's an image thing. She's in the face.
But he dropped her off half a block away.
Thank you again, Snee, for the Guilty of Crime membership.
But she never made it. I went to the school to pick her up at the end of the day.
There goes the
And she
scripting.
never came outside. I drove away thinking maybe she walked to my mom's office because sometimes she'll do that if I can't pick her up. And my mom's office is less than, what would you say, half a mile away?
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Something like that.
She would get there. School ends at 4:04. She would get there by 4:35 the latest. She never got there by 4:35. I started driving around. I went back to the school. The school was closed.
Most extreme, she could maybe walk to her grandma's house, but that's a lot further.
When the school was closed, I realized something was wrong. I called Sage and I said, "Hey, did you see Maddie today? Or is she with you? Because I can't find her."
Now she's trying to act all assertive, like she's being assertive about it. And she's like, hey, I called Sage and said, hey, where is she? I can't find her. I mean, we know it's all lies, guys. I just love Grish's perspective on this. And it opens my eyes up to how long it takes her to do everything, the word she's using, her lies. Stefan knows exactly what happened to Maddie already, and he's back there in her ear. And she just goes along with everything he says.
Her. And she said, no, she never made it to first or second period. And I said, what do you mean? I dropped her off at school. And she's like, she never made it to school. And I said, can you please check with the rest of your friends, see if she made it to any of her other periods? At this point, I messaged her teachers directly, and I asked if any of them saw her. 2 of them responded to me. 1 of them told me she didn't make it to his period, and he also checked her attendance for the rest of the day. She never made it to any of her periods. This is when I knew something was truly wrong, because she was dropped off by him close to the school. She should have been at school. At that point, that's when I called 911. This was
No, you didn't.
4:40.
By the way, she didn't call 911 at all, and many guilty people don't. Many people that they'll find statistically won't call 911 because they don't want to use that as part of the evidence, and they think about it so they have somebody else do it. All right, so just remember that when she says that, that's a lie. And remember, her sister's gonna live right next door to her, like right around the corner. So when you guys ask, where's Jen Soto, she's right around there, guys, and they are in fact sheltering her. They are trying to keep her from everybody and everything. All right.
Police did not show up till 7:30. I want to say.
Mhm.
Um,
Up in Orange County.
Up in Orange County.
Right? Who said that?
And then at that point, that's when all the questions started happening. And then he took them to where he dropped her off.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter what she's saying at this point. Look at her
Someone
finger.
in an outfit she was wearing sit in their parking lot for a little bit, like take a break from her walk because she was early for school, and then get up and then leave towards the school. That's as far as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to find Sage's address?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I know you guys got a lot going on.
You have a lot going on there. Look at who
Did
does
she
that?
take her school laptop with her?
She did.
She did.
They already tried to track it, but unfortunately the unit is completely powered off.
Oh, okay.
The unit is completely powered off, guys. Even though earlier in the morning I threw it away and I poured paint on it and everything, and you guys already saw that, but that unit is powered down and we can't track her. He's such an idiot, and I don't know why she's dancing. She's literally going. What is wrong with these people? I don't know why she's dancing, but notice that she's dancing. Yeah, Stefan is chilly. Poor baby boy.
It's completely offline according to them. They were unable to
It's
do it.
completely
She doesn't
offline.
have any other kind of technology that you guys can track. I'm sure you guys already
No
checked
text,
that.
no nothing.
She
Normally
accidentally,
she has her phone, but she left it at home.
and that is normal for her. She's got ADHD. She's very
Dude,
forgetful.
very forgetful.
I always have to remind her.
We're kind of forgetful too sometimes.
I believe.
But do you see how you see that narrative they're playing right now? Jen is literally, her face got all scrunched up. She's very forgetful. And Stefan's over there like trying to coddle the situation. Well, we're also very forgetful. Like, dude, he's definitely closed off AF. I think absolutely she participated in every aspect of it. Wolfie's in the house, new to the channel, first live. Welcome, Wolfie. Good to see you, my friend. All right.
No, this is
I wish I could see what's reflecting off her glasses because it's taking way too long for her to find this address.
Right? Doesn't even matter what she's saying.
Gotcha. And what's a good phone number for Sage, if you guys have one?
Yeah, I actually reacted to that, Diana, and good to see you. I reacted to the Beth Meeks one. I think she didn't. So I brought the Gavin Fish Beth Meeks interview, and I did, in fact, talk about all the behavior excuses. You should go back to my playlist and take a look. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah. None of us are buying any of that. The jurors in the court are not going to be very forgetful, right? She doesn't say anything good about Maddie. And it still makes me wonder who's running what narrative. Is she running Stefan's narrative? Is he running hers? They're both on the same one, but what is it? Yeah. Okay. I don't know why my flashing with that. The best part is the text message, guys. The text message. I'm wondering what he's writing down on there. I wish I tried to zoom in.
Okay, no other family in the area except for
Grandma.
Grandma.
The existing family already left at the office and met with the cops.
The only other closest family member is my sister. She lives in the next neighborhood over. If you were to exit the back gate.
Next door, right over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you exit the back gate, the first thing.
And he doesn't ask for her sister's address because he already has it. The sister was the first one to call in with Grandma. Yeah, not enough likes, guys. Come on, there's 670 people in chat. If you guys can hit the like button, help us out to get this in the algorithm, you guys. Come on, you can do it. Let's go.
The left, it's called Plantation. She lives in there. But yeah, she was in the office helping me with police, and she was the one who actually went through her phone and her messages and was trying to see if there was anything weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Didn't see anything too weird.
No, but weird. You guys haven't had any recent arguments?
And Jen, there's no way that she, just being, a teenager, was like maybe had a fight with you or an argument with you and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go hang out at so and so's house and teach her a lesson. Could that be a scenario?
I don't believe so. We actually haven't gotten into a fight in like a few weeks.
Jen now will show off her deflection skills.
Or arguments or anything like that.
And
If
I think
anything-
after this one, I'm going to go back to part one because we've only been here for less than an hour, you guys. I want you to take it way back. And then with Grish, it's beautiful. It gives you everything you need. If we don't talk about this case again for another week or two, for you to see what happened from day one. Yeah, Real Gemini, I love that. I couldn't have said that any better, right? I want to know what he's writing. I tried to zoom in on that. But this text message, man, and there's 666 people in chat. Believe it or not, that's still an angel number, triple digit, y'all. Say a prayer that Maddie gets complete and utter justice. Come on, guys. Can we get up to 666 likes? If we do, I'll give something away. I'll do a giveaway if you guys can get up to 666 likes.
On Sunday, she celebrated her 13th birthday with.
You guys haven't had any recent arguments?
Recently, no. Apparently, on February 2nd, she sent a few messages to a friend.
She's so high
that she would run away. It must have been after. From the messages, we must have been arguing, or she.
Oh my goodness, drool.
I must have said something upset her because she was very upset in her texting.
Yeah.
Right here.
But
do you guys still have those?
She's got a
Looked like Jim was ready for that one.
Oh my.
You see that? Remember when Angelica was talking about seeing the tools on the table and she didn't remember?
This is brilliant too, by the way, guys. I don't think there were power tools. I think it translated funny, but this is brilliant. This is a hammer and probably like a charger. Barry Pearson, welcome. Thank you for smashing a like. And thank you for being new to the channel. We appreciate you, friend. Truth Finder, all love, all love.
Remember what the tools were, but she remembers seeing a hammer. Now, that looks like a hammer to me. And the other things, I can't tell what they are, but they're square shape. Makes me think that they're an AC adapter for a cheaper power tool. Angelica also talked about seeing Stefan do laundry, and that Stefan never does laundry.
Nope.
So why was he doing laundry this time?
Yeah, we're never going to see this again, folks. He never does laundry. I don't know what they do in jail or what, but he never did it. He doesn't do it, and he's doing it now. And the roommates called that out, guys. The roommates called that out. And yeah, wouldn't you think you'd have your daughter's phone with you? I'm telling you, there's such a finality to it. Such a finality to the whole situation that it's just way too weird. So, all right, let's keep going. There's no sound. Yeah, the roommates called that out. Jen didn't see any problem.
And that's her phone.
This is her phone. I don't know. Hold on a second. Do you remember who
Starts with an S.
Starts with an
Stefan
S.
sounds so stupid trying to act like he doesn't know Madeline's friends' names because he wants to look like he's the one that doesn't remember them the most because he is what he is.
That's another thing too. I would totally invite everybody into the house. I would invite cops into the house and be like, "Hey, let's go. Let's do this." Man, this is crazy. These people are, when someone tries to keep you out and they're crossing their arms and they cut and you walk up and you're an officer and they're that evasive, there's a problem. Welcome, Lucy. Also, smash the like button.
I mean, it could be. Her name could start with an S. It could start with a C and sound like an S.
No, I'm just trying to see. It's Savannah.
Savannah, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, this is Savannah. Okay. This is her. See, I don't recall getting in a fight and saying this is her, but sure, we'll say that. I know. I mean,
I wish we would have saw this from the beginning. And if you guys know, you know, Maddie and her fight a lot. Stefan said he'd get into the middle a lot, and now she's showing this to the police from what, based on the question of Maddie wanting to run to the woods or move, and Jen gonna kick her out when she's 18. Good to see you, Bestie 77. It's been a while. We're doing well over here. All right. I knew my kids' best buds always automatically know searching. She does too, but there's a finality to this situation that she can't tell them, right? So she's just acting like that. Like that. All right. All right. Nope. Look at that message just a couple weeks before that between her and Maddie. This was between Maddie and her friend, but that fight was between her and Maddie. I wonder how the officers looked at her after this. It's coming. Grish did a fantastic job of figuring this out, right? All right, mom's acting up now. Shake my head. Remember, Maddie's texting this to somebody else. All right, I'll turn the music off just so you can hear a little better. This is from Maddie's phone. She just went and got Maddie's phone and she did this. Again, it's very evasive in my opinion when you have law enforcement standing at your door, your baby girl's missing. Instead of saying, "Did you find her? Do you have any leads on her? Do you know anything?" She's evasive. They don't offer them to come in. She stands like this. Stefan's like this. She's putting it out the door. Luckily, we can see it. Maddie's telling her friends mom's acting up now and said, I don't want to live with someone like that. So Jen's telling Maddie, I don't want to live with someone like that. When you're 18, I might kick you out. And I talked all this January and how I wouldn't, but I might. All right, here it keeps going. This is Jen telling Maddie she wants her out when she's 18. What a fantastic mom. Like, bitch, how does that make me think you're a good mom? And I wonder why. And Jen is not a good mom then, not a good mom now, probably never was. I wonder what it looked like in a situation where you go see Maddie walk up to Jen Soto and say, "Hey, wait, mom, I don't feel comfortable. Something's not right." Or even imagine what kind of pain a little girl would be in, guys. And you guys know about abuse. Many of you guys know females that survive abuse that are that young have problems later on down the line having babies. They have problems, just rectal problems. They have down there problems, all those problems they have. And they were just, instead of fixing the problem, they would give her that laxative so they can clean her out real nice for Stefan Stearns, man. So that's the kind of mom that she was. Mom's acting up. And I said, and now this is Jen saying, I don't want to live with someone like that, talking to Maddie. When you're 18, I might kick you out, and talked all this January and how I wouldn't, but I might. Like, bitch, how does that make me think that you're a good mom? That's Maddie. All right. Just imagine how they were with each other behind the scenes. I mean, she didn't tell the officers, hey, we did have a fight a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was that. We did fight pretty hard, officer. Maybe this. No, this is final. All right. She didn't want her to run off with her boyfriend like Woody Allen. Yeah, so she'd kick her out at 18. Yeah, instead of protecting her, this is what Jen was doing. Yeah, but Jen was in on it. You don't miss that. You don't miss that. All right, and then it says it's always comes up when she's pissed like that. So, I mean, again, just imagine Maddie Soto, Jen Soto having a fight, Jen being really jealous. Even when Stefan was there or wasn't there, he was giving Maddie all the attention, you guys. So just remember that. And Rachel, I can't for the life of me understand how she couldn't spot signs of pain or behavioral changes. Physical. I'm going to tell you the physical changes would be horrendous. All right. Jen clearly didn't have a good relationship with their daughter. Right. There it is. Real clear, folks. All right. I think we should go back. Yep. I agree. All right, you guys go over, check out Grish. We're going to take it back one more. We've been here for only a little over an hour and we have 700 people in chat. I'm not ready to go yet. So let's start with this. Remember, Jen Soto never talked about Maddie needing an inhaler. She never once said, I need to get her an inhaler. She doesn't have it with her. She didn't take it. She never says nothing. She talks about ADHD and being autistic. Yeah, Len Rich's worst mom goes to Jen Soto. What's up, Jax? Good to see you, my friend. You guys hit the like button on your way in, okay?
We had dropped her off close to
Stefan Stearns, that's just a costume, but this is his real costume. Most of you wouldn't know that until someone took photos of him like this. There's not one document, photo, interview with anyone, not even Jennifer or Stefan, that gives you one hint at what Jennifer and Stefan liked about each other the day they met. Jen and Stefan never really liked each other. They liked what the other could provide. The relationship is part of the costume.
We have photos.
He is nasty,
Okay.
but
We
so
have
is
his phone. We were able to get into his phone. And there are some very, very unfortunate graphic pictures of him conducting very sexual acts with.
Look at that. And this is bad one.
I wish I could tell you this was all a made up story, but it's not.
This is the mic drop moment where they tell her that her daughter is being abused. And then there's the pictures of the CSAM. They're showing her and she wants more of it, guys. She wants more. Yeah, I agree, Rebecca. They had a deal and it was always, they had Maddie to be in the middle. Oh my goodness. Synth is in the house. Synth just gifted 20 guilty of crime memberships, you guys. That means we got to do more members only. And I know Synth, I know you want to be up here too, right? Synth loves to come up here and do her hair all pretty and come talk to you guys. We'll make that happen, Synth. She doesn't even look surprised about the pictures, right? Look at her face. All right, let's keep going.
Did you ever suspect anything like this? No? You okay?
It's not great.
Okay. Can I get you anything?
Maybe some water.
Again, Grish, this was his very first one on the Madeline Soto case, his take. And yeah, Jen, the power tools on the table are not significant to us right now. The major indication they were removing something, but nobody ever used tools, so we don't know what they're going to say. We don't know what marks are on Maddie's body. We don't know if he used that hammer to hold it. We don't know what the significance is yet, right? Yet. Welcome, Lavender Sky. Good to see you, my friend. And everybody else in here. We got to have a little bit of a laugh when we're doing such a hard case to cover. All right. Let's keep going. I have more next week on the Kaimani case, you guys. Kaimani Latigue. Justice for Kaimani. I am talking to the neighbor now, the neighbor that saw the children outside asking for food when they got locked out. So we're going to cover that case even further next week. All right. So stay tuned. Hit the notification bell for all notifications. No, I don't.
I think I have a pretty good idea of what Jen would want from Stefan by looking in Jen's car. I pay attention to the condition of items that are not of evidentiary value. It's not this medical marijuana bottle from Wisconsin. There's something else in this glove compartment, and the length of time it took Jen Soto to answer this question from the detectives told me more about the item in the glove compartment.
Before we get ahead of that, what is the conversation like between you two when you're in the car? Because y'all were in there.
All right, now this is a huge indicator. I want you guys to try to fill in the blank. And yeah, I do need a detective hat. Fill in the blanks here right now with us, just either in chat or to yourselves, whatever you want to do. This officer is straight up asking her what the conversations are. They were in the car for hours. What were they talking about? Now, listen to the response. Watch the response. Better yet.
For a good while we were trying to figure things out at your apartment house or your condo. What's the conversation like inside that car?
Hey, my friend. Let me think about it for a second.
I'm trying to think back to what exactly we were talking about. I know I remember late in the like when you guys let us know we couldn't come back, and they called his dad, or we called his dad. I started saying to him, like, I think they're focusing in on you. Like, we need to call your dad, and I think we need to get you a lawyer.
That's what she said in the car, folks, for 2 hours or 3 hours. That's what she said. It takes 3 hours to say, hey, I think they're focusing in on you. We need to get you a lawyer. Yeah, I mean, you can't really play stupid when the officer just said she was in the car for hours with Stefan. That's what she said. That took her hours to say that. No, she was talking about all the stuff that happened. I guarantee you they talked about what happened. Well, where did you put Maddie? You think they're going to find her that quickly? Or, I mean, maybe we can get rid of some of the evidence. Jen, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. The power tools, I believe they were removing CSAM cameras. That's a good possibility. Good possibility. Yeah, they never did anything until that night.
I feel like they're focusing on the wrong person, and he kept saying the same thing. He kept repeating what I was repeating.
Jennifer, the police didn't ask you that because they wanted to know what you and Stefan were talking about. They asked you that question because they saw you do something that made them think that the most important thing at that moment was not finding your daughter. What I'm highlighting in red here are the sides of the glove compartment. The part in yellow of the Ziploc bag is directly in the center. Now it's all crinkled up and damaged because you, Jennifer, slammed it shut because you were panicking when the cops approached you.
This is fantastic. And yes, this is all Grish today. I put the new Grish video out with the shocking text messages, but I figured we'd go back. We have 725 people in chat, and we had some extra time. So I tagged Grish all up everywhere in this, and we want to see him get to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, right along with Guilty of Crime.
You want to know what causes a sense of urgency in Jennifer? Right there.
Yep. Pills.
It's redacted. Well, let's look at the CSI's thumb. The shadow of the angle indicates the light source's direction. At the bottom of the redaction, you can see just the edge of the bottle. The amber color on the CSI's glove with the curved edge matches the light's angle, suggesting it comes from the bottom of the bottle. This light must pass through the side of the bottle first, indicating that the pharmacy label has been removed.
He laughed.
I probably sound really crazy itemizing shit like this for y'all, but this is light work.
It's not crazy. It's real talk.
Within the amber light is a rectangular shadow. From the curvature of the bottle and the angle of the light, it's a
And I'll leave that up for a moment because that's what Jen was referring to. I believe she didn't get to take her medication before she did her blood work, which means she didn't get to take her street medication. And that's why all her coworkers were saying she acted weird because she couldn't have those in her bloodstream, guys. It takes like 48 to 72 hours to be out. And by the way, they did not expect to find Maddie as soon as they did, I believe, in my opinion. And they didn't think this was going to gain international attention. I'll tell you that. They were not prepared for that. All right. That is a Xan. That's a Zanny the nanny, Xan. That's a pill that people take to get all like Jen, to look like Jen.
4x1 rectangle. And that's a 2 milligram bar of alprazolam or Xanax. And it's most likely counterfeit. Jennifer Soto and Stephen Stearns were never in an actual relationship. It was a depraved codependency. Albeit through indirect terms, they told you exactly what the arrangement was, which would mean, at the very least, Jennifer Soto is not this blindsided mother that she portrays herself to be.
Nope. No, she's not, folks.
I'd like to go over the initial police body cam footage from when Madeline Soto was first reported missing on February 26th of 2024. I'm sure most of you who have been following the Madeline Soto case have watched this footage 100 times on several different platforms. I'm going to play the original clip. It's just 3 minutes and 19 seconds long, but instead of watching it like you did the other times, just observe what's going on. Don't focus on one person or two people.
All right, I won't interrupt.
He said, it looked like 5 or 6. 5 or 6 kids at the park. All right, can you go give me a second, bro. Hey, go ahead. Let me finish up with this. Are you able to pick up call 931? I'm currently working possible signal 8. Can I hold off on that? From the other one? 26. to check. Sorry. Of course. Do they speak English?
Yes,
Okay.
this is Mom.
All right, this is great. This is day one, folks, and this perspective is great. Love it. Michelle Horak, my friend, good to see you. I did not see you yesterday, but shout out to you for being here today. All right, let's keep going.
This is Mom. Okay. Hi there.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
Script.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
Looking for another one.
She's like, what?
All right, so people are still on, let's put that out. Any possible location, how long?
I'm trying to get.
Again, this guy knows what's happening. She's rocking back and forth like a deer in headlights. And many people said that, Anna. Many people said Jen was walking around for days after Maddie disappeared, we'll call it. And Jen wore long sleeve hoodies and tried to cover up her arms. So many local Florida people said that they saw Jen walking back and forth on their Ring camera with her long sleeves on. Yeah, I hate him too. And her. Both of them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So she was supposed to be dropped off at school. Didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here because sometimes she'll walk here to this office.
Uh-huh.
I came here, nothing. I went back to the school. They were closed. I got an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay. What's her name?
Madeline.
She never made it.
Madeline.
Madeline. Last name?
Soto. Soto.
Soto.
Yeah.
Date of birth?
February 22nd, 2011.
February 27, 2000.
22nd.
Oh, sorry. 22nd,
2011.
2011.
Just had his 13th birthday.
13.
What's the name of the single age?
Madeline Soto, age 13. I'm trying to get a clothing description now. What was she last seen wearing?
Green hoodie.
Green hoodie.
White Crocs.
Again, we're going back to this. Remember, green hoodie and white Crocs, folks. No, she wasn't wearing white Crocs. In fact, one of the white Crocs made it into the trash can. Officers saw that. Second Croc stayed in Jen's room. How could they miss that there, you guys? How could they miss that? No, Maddie couldn't send text messages. She was already gone by then. So, yeah, let's listen. All of them behind look like they're almost like they were crying earlier or very upset. She doesn't look upset. She looks like she's scared for herself.
Either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts?
Yeah.
Black shorts?
Not in the heat.
Black shorts.
Not when it's hot.
Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She
That
does,
too.
but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where she lives.
Doesn't know where to live. End of
I
story.
asked all of
Done.
them.
777.
Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Typically.
No.
Not typically?
No.
Okay.
Just a quick heads up, I removed a lot of the background noise so we can focus on what we need to focus on.
Are you able to pick up call 931, please?
Obviously, this is from the perspective of a police officer. My experience is being the car that I'm pointing out here, looking on my rear view, wondering why this police officer just followed me in here.
I'm currently working possible signal lake. Can I hold off on that?
This person yanked their car into the spot with no turn signal, slammed on the brakes, and all the doors flung open. That maneuver is called pull up and hop out. And that is something that people do not want to do in the presence of police.
This is like
Let's see who's in this car.
We're going to find out it's the cousin. 777 people are that, guys. Say a prayer for Maddie that she gets complete and utter justice. They do. They talk about her like she's 8, just like in the Sebastian Rogers case. We never really hear from her until later on when we get a little bit of a clip of Maddie. And in fact, she's not like that at all. We're thinking that she's not functioning. That's the way Jen and Stefan paint a picture of Maddie. What's up, life artist? Good to see you. Shout out to you, Synth. All right. This is a cousin rolling up. And angelic.
Male, maybe around 5'8".
Hello.
Dark blue or black shirt tucked in the cargo pants with a black belt.
Good to see you, Graciela.
26.
Gang.
And we see the driver. This is the cousin you don't know, but you know about. He doesn't have a job, but he's always on call to put in work. What he's wearing is the proper uniform. I know this is blurry, but it looks like he has more than one t-shirt on. He also has on baggy basketball shorts, and they are purple and black.
Hey,
now look
Allie.
at where his hands are. It looks like he's pulling up his shorts, but where he'd be pulling up his shorts is higher than his shorts waistband. Now look at his left hand. His thumb and index finger have a considerable space between them. There's something taking up that space. And see where his right pocket is? There is a bulge on the right side all the way over to the left side. That's a pair of sweatpants under the shorts. The reason for the layered clothing is so if he does something, he won't be easily identified. He can simply remove the basketball shorts and t-shirt quickly, roll down his sweatpants, and now he's got a completely different outfit on. Now look at his posture. This person is clearly mad, but what does he do? After you, sir. So if we saw it, the cop saw it. If the cop didn't react, it's because he wasn't surprised by their actions. He knows who they are. He knows why they're mad, because they gave him the scoop before he talked to Jen.
Yeah, who says that? Who says
Of course.
she
Do they
never
speak
made
English?
it?
In the purple shirt is Jen's sister. To her right, sitting on the couch, are two of Jen's other sisters. There's a lot more going on in this clip than just what Jen and Stefan are saying to the police officer. If you notice, all the people that are in this room are standing far away from Jen and Stefan. Also, remember that Jen is Puerto Rican, and in Puerto Rican culture, quiet means loud. Their reactions are based on what Jen is doing and saying, and it's easier to see how they're reacting based on how and where they look when Jen does certain things.
Okay. Hi there.
Not including Jen and Stefan and the police officer, there are 5 people in this room.
Those are all the roommates and the cousins and so forth.
Here we have Stephen Stearns and Jennifer Soto attempting to explain to the police officer that her daughter Madeline is missing. Now, this is difficult for Jen because she's in a room full of people that know when she's lying. So this is why this footage is way more important than the other footage that you've seen and heard, because these are the people that know Jen for who she really is.
Trying to fake that phone call.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
Hey there. Hey there, neighbor.
My daughter was dropped off close to school this morning.
You notice the person in the little office switch seats with another person, so the second person is conveying information most likely to the people outside.
But never made it. I went to the
Yeah, that whole never made it thing, it just sounds so scripted. Yeah, Grish is spot on. Bazard, I think they're gonna, you say, hey, Jay, how long do you think Jen's family will keep her hiding? There's no way they can seclude her forever. Jen's a major sociopath, narcissist, and needs to have some form of attention from others. Well, so is Casey Anthony, and she got her attention in the background with all her lawyer friends. I think Jen has a big enough family that she can hide out in Florida for a while. She's not going anywhere with the trials coming up, I'll tell you that much. So, I mean, I think they're going to keep her hidden as long as they can. Yolanda says she's going to protect her, and Stephanie's also doing the same. So, yeah, he looks guilty. He's over there just like, oh, he's not wearing long sleeves, but Jen, I heard that it was really hot over there after those days, and she kept wearing long sleeves. So I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, eventually.
I'm sorry.
The cop puts Jennifer's story time on hold, and during this time is a very important moment. Jen receives a call on her cell phone, and you'll see her reaction to that.
Uncle Fester. Oh man, that's great. She looks like Uncle Fester.
Who could that possibly be to cause Jen to react like that?
Thank you, Dee Dee, for the $1.99 super chat. She's like,
Another kid, or we have a kid.
what is that? She looked crazy right there.
The people in the room who knows Jen for who she really is saw her pass off the phone like that to Stefan.
Wow. Lynn Janeski, what's up? Howdy. Look at everybody's looking at them all crazy. Stefan stinks. Remember that. Stefan stinks. No one wants to be by Stefan. Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester. They're all looking at the body cam. She looks like she. Hey, Tyler, it's Stefan.
Hey, Tyler, it's Stefan.
Tyler called.
They know who Tyler is.
He stinks bad. Poor Maddie.
So why would Jen pass off the phone like that to Stefan when she knew Tyler was calling? Now look how Jen's sisters react to that.
I'll go on.
Then someone at Jen's right says something under their breath that caught Jen's attention. And the mask slips off. This is the real Jennifer Soto.
I love this. Yes. She's
This
plotting.
is who she really is.
Where are the horns? She looks like she pooped her pants. Tyler's not calling Stefan. Tyler is calling Jen, and Jen passed the phone over. Look at her. That's her, guys. That's Jen. That's the manipulating Jen Soto that knows what happened. She was there the whole time when Maddie was being abused. She was there. She wasn't at work, guys. She was in the other room while Maddie was being abused. All right. Remember that. And that's the real Jen Soto. Take the glasses off. Yep. She's pulling some strings there, guys. I want you guys to see her for what she is. That's why I paused it. It was a drug for the night, suddenly stop, emergency story, had to make up. Yep. And they found Maddie way too soon for them. They didn't know that that was going to happen and it was going to blow up like this.
Before still on the scene, let's put that out in the hospital location. How long?
I'm trying to get there right now. Okay. So she was supposed to be dropped off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here because sometimes she'll walk here to this office. I came here, nothing. I went back to the school.
Why is he holding the phone like that?
I got a notice, an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay. What's her name?
Madeline.
What's her name? You haven't said her name. And why did she pass the phone?
Madeline. Last name?
Soto. S-O-T-O.
S-O-T-O?
Yeah.
Date of birth?
February 27th.
The woman who just walked out, the hand gesture she just did kind of means, get me up to speed on what's going on.
Back in 2011.
February 27, 2000.
This is Yolanda Zambrano. She is Jennifer Soto's mother and Madeline Soto's grandmother.
Yes, she is. And she's protecting Jen Soto. You guys, one of our callers called her office the other day and she told her to get a life. She's going to protect Jen. So I do think there are some secrets in that family. Ashton Lee, we have 841 people in chat. Good looking out. And only 622 likes. Come on, guys, get the likes up, please. It does look like a funeral home. Well, they're all worried about Maddie, except for the two in the middle, Jen and Stefan, that know what happened. They're worried for themselves.
22nd.
Oh, sorry. 22nd. 2011.
She gets a text from someone who's in the room and she tells them to come here.
I agree.
Who could it possibly be? Jen's own sister. Watch this from Jen's perspective. She's talking to the police officer, and her sister is walking up to her mother, updating her on what's going on with what Jen and Stefan have been saying to the police the whole time. And she's doing it right behind Jen in Spanish and in English with the intent of them hearing her.
What's the name of this big lady?
Madeline Soto, age 13. I'm trying to get a clothing description now. What was she last seen wearing?
Watch.
Green hoodie.
Green hoodie.
White Crocs.
Green.
White Crocs.
Green.
Crocs.
White Crocs.
Either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts?
Yeah.
Black shorts.
I hope so.
Black shorts. All right. White Crocs.
Either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts?
Yeah.
Black shorts. Okay.
Not looking too good for Jen, is it?
Black shorts. All right. Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where they live.
Okay.
End of story.
I asked all of them.
Okay. Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friends?
You hear what Jen's sister just said to their mother?
Okay. Is this
¿Cuánto otro niño está a las 8:30? How many other kids are there at 8:30?
Is this?
That's obviously in response to Stefan saying that he dropped Madeline off at 8:30 next to that church.
Interesting.
I feel as though I have a plausible theory as to the level of culpability that Jen plays in her daughter Madeline's death. I'll be back with part 2.
All right, we've watched that. We went backwards. Oh, how time flies, everybody. Yeah, just one croc. Luca, it actually sounded like he said she was wearing a croc, which in fact it was a croc. But yeah, time flies, guys, when you're having fun. We love you guys. We're an hour and 35 minutes in. We got to get a whole bunch of Grish today. So you guys do me a favor. After you go over here, go over to Grish. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already, and go watch his content. All right, I'm gonna tag him in all this. I already tagged them in this video, but I like to chop them up for those of you that don't have an hour and 35 minutes to watch. I will be back tomorrow 4:30, but before then it's Turtle Island tonight. Dolly Uncensored, Turtle Island. Go vote for Guilty of Crime, okay? Barry Pearson, yes, that's why he slowed the part that said wearing one croc. Right. I hadn't heard that before that I recalled. It does sound like he said that, and then she didn't have one croc. One was in the room, one was in the trash. Maurice, good to see you from Australia. You guys go over there, smash the like button on your way out. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m., or I'll see you on Turtle Island in less than an hour and a half. All right, good night, y'all. Have a good one. Yes, I'm leaving. No, said Mr. Bill.
Guilty of Crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of Crime.
Are you guilty of crime?